ASMR.
So this is what we go through. This is the testing process for the audio.
True.
Not some water. Alright, let's do this. Let's power seed. Get ready to power seed.
Hey guys, welcome back to this video. 7stop here. Today we're going to be talking about Halo Infinite because it finally came out.
Yeah,
the multiplayer.
Let's go, Halo Infinite. It's been 6 years since the last official Halo release of a brand new title. Halo 5 came out back in 2015.
Yep.
And we're finally here. Now, the campaign has not come out. I'm sure somebody might be wondering, oh, how do I play it? It's free. Just go check Steam. If you're on Xbox, go check Xbox Store. Just download it.
Yeah,
but
they made it kind of hard to find on the Xbox Store.
Yeah,
you know the awful search function where you search for it, but it just gives you the most expensive product? Mm-hmm. It's probably some kind of strategy to encourage you to buy stuff, but it can be hard to find Halo Infinite because it lists the campaign first. Mm-hmm. And then you have to scroll way down to find the multiplayer.
It's weird, but yeah, the multiplayer's out. Yup, exactly. No, the multiplayer's out. Campaign's not out. We'll do a review of the campaign when that actually comes out and when we played it, and we'll see how that is. But it's time to talk about our first impressions of Halo Infinite.
So we've played probably more than 10 hours combined.
Oh yeah, more than 10 hours combined. We played a good amount, and our thoughts so far is that it has amazing potential.
Yeah,
that's our main thoughts so far.
The core gameplay is really good, and so far we think this game is better than Reach, better than Halo 4.
So far we're
probably better than 5. 5's hard to judge because I can't look at it as a Halo game, but it's fun as a regular game.
And even then, I got to split up the campaign and the multiplayer into two separate chunks. Halo 5 is just extremely difficult to judge, but we do like it better than Reach. Not as good as Halo's 2
and 3.
Halo CE, yeah, definitely, just because Halo CE's multiplayer. Halo CE's multiplayer is not something that I really consider to even be worthy of being on my list.
Yeah. It's not worthy of my list.
It's not worthy of my list, mainly just because it feels like something just kind of tacked on, slapped on with Halo Anniversary.
There's 5 Halo CE fans out there it's the best multiplayer.
It's the best multiplayer. It's you know what, have at it. But let's dive into it a little bit more in depth. So yeah, the basic gameplay we really like. We mainly talked about it during our other flight impressions, so check that video out. But we like it. Sprint and Bloom are still there, but they've been massively toned down. Basically, all the stuff that we wanted trimmed off has been trimmed off.
Yeah, and we got some really solid core gameplay.
Yeah, we got some solid core gameplay.
Sprint, while we'd prefer it not be there, they still did a pretty good job balancing it and keeping the classic feel and all that. And it's a pretty solid game. Yep,
it's pretty solid core gameplay, which we really like. We think the balance is pretty dang good. There are a few things that we wish were changed, but we still think the balance is pretty good. So
yeah, the main issue we'll be talking about is the assault rifle. But let's hit the positives first. If we have any others we can think of. I can't think of any positives about this game.
I can't think of any positives. No,
this game is pretty fun.
It's just there's not really much the core gameplay takes up a good chunk of the game. So saying that it's good,
it's the most important part of the game.
Yeah. The maps are okay, but there's a few really good ones that stand out.
Like Behemoth.
Like Behemoth and that one BTB map that has the ship cruiser that shoots the other one. But those two are pretty dang good, and also the other maps are just
what was the map? What was the 4v4 map we played that was similar to that Halo Reach one with the rocket?
I forget. Launch Site, maybe Launch Site.
Launch Site. That one's pretty great too.
That one's also pretty good. But besides that, the other ones they're decent enough. They're not bad. They're just Halo 5 maps, and Halo 5 maps, in my opinion, are okay, yeah, I can have fun and play on it, but it's not yes, I'm so glad I'm playing on this map.
Yeah. Behemoth, though, really great.
That's the best map in the game. What other stuff do we have?
Weapons are fun. Art style looks like Halo. It feels like Halo.
Weapons are really good fun to use. There's not really any really broken things zooming
except
in.
for the assault rifle.
Yeah, except for the assault rifle. But there's not really anything that's like...
it's not like that ruins the game because it's so broken.
Yeah, no. But there's just like the weapons are fun to use, and there's nothing that's like really weird about them. They feel like they're in line with Halo. I like the new ones that they added, and then the sandbox is pretty well put out there. Oh yeah, obviously we like equipment.
Yeah,
that's fun. There's the different types. There's like I like that they have the Halo 5 like dash as an equipment.
Oh yeah, I thought that was pretty great too.
I thought that was pretty cool, and it's nice to like get a jail free card every once in a
while. I
while.
was worried about the grapple look, but it's really balanced. It was a lot of fun.
Really balanced. It's a lot of fun. It's like it's more of like you actually have to use it right instead of just like zooming around everywhere with like Titanfall 2. It's more of a utility weapon rather than a traversal weapon. It can be used for traversal, but it should be more used for utility, grabbing stuff off racks and stuff like that. But what else is there? I don't really have many.
I think
positives.
We can move on to the negatives. Most of this video is going to be negatives, but that doesn't mean we don't like the game. It's coming from a place of love because the game is awesome.
Because we want to help improve it, and also, let's talk about one final positive about like the hope at the end of the tunnel that we have. We'll talk about after. So anyway, moving into the negatives. There's not too much content at launch, to be honest.
Yeah.
There's 10 maps, 3 of them BTB.
To be totally blunt, I'm already kind of bored of the game. I mean, I'm not bored necessarily, but I'm like getting a little bit tired of the same maps.
Yeah.
Because most of these maps, unfortunately, aren't that replayable. Outside of those few we mentioned that are really good, they're not bad maps, but they're not great maps either, the rest of them. And they're not that replayable. They're kind of very similar, a lot of them. Very Halo 5-ish. If you played Halo 5, a lot of the maps are very tight corridors and rooms, buildings with ceilings, not very open. And so a lot of the maps in this game have that feeling. So I kind of got tired of playing on them quickly. I already played like hundreds of hours of Halo 5. So I've already experienced a lot of this map design.
Yeah, exactly. And even though we said we were kind of tired of the game, it's definitely fun. We still want to play it, but it's just not as like engaging as Halo 3's maps and all that stuff.
Yeah,
it's just not nearly as engaging. And what else do we have in the negatives? We have a lot in the negatives, but I'm just trying to think of what would be next. Yeah, like we talked about the lack of maps and also the lack of variety within the maps. Game modes, we need more game modes, or at least separate them out instead of quick play. Give us Slayer, like Domination, and all these ones
apparently,
and separate ones.
Didn't you say they'll do that at the launch?
Yeah, it seems like apparently they're doing that at the true official launch because this is technically in beta.
Yeah,
it's kind of weird.
It's really weird how that worked out.
But whatever. Still, apparently they're going to separate them at launch, along with giving us a Fiesta game mode and other stuff. But
it feels like a really bare bones game, a solid, fun bare bones game. But it's kind of there's not a lot of meat on that game.
No, there isn't. So what else do we have in the negatives? I guess we'll just move on to the balance.
And
now.
We waited so long for this as well, so it's kind of. And it got delayed and all this, so it's kind of disappointing to have so little content.
And we gotta wait for Forge till later. Forge is coming later.
Yeah.
Which I assume Forge and custom games will probably be in like a Forge and like Customs browser will kind of be in the same boat.
I really hope Customs browser comes.
Yeah. And moving on to the balance. AR is a little bit too powerful, I think.
Yeah. It's too good. The AR is better than the battle rifle at medium range. That's a problem.
Better to pick up. It's like there's no weapon that I would like to pick up besides power weapons. Like well, I should rephrase that. There's no weapon that's better that I can pick up. I enjoy picking up all the weapons. Like the Ravager's cool. All the new weapons they added, like the Disruptor pistol. That one's really cool.
Yeah,
but why should I?
At this point, they kind of feel like gimmick weapons because they don't beat the assault rifle at any range. Most of them.
The assault rifle could kill people with like half a magazine if you pace your shots right with bloom and stuff. So, it makes it a little bit too good in our opinion. We liked it at first, but like the more we play with it, the more I realize
it's just too good.
It's just too good. Just nerf it a little bit, and then we should be pretty set.
Another thing is that the mini map is too small. Still, that was an issue we had in the beta. The mini map is still too small, and you can kind of get like ambushed by people that you were really close to you, but you had no idea where they were there.
Yeah, you just expand the minimap a little bit more.
And sorry, I don't want to play with max volume with my gamer headset. I just want to have a good time. I
want to play on my TV and just run around and shoot guys and stuff like that. Just have fun with stuff like that. Another thing, I think the vehicle balance could be a little bit better.
Yeah.
It's tough. It's always been tough in Halo because, like, in Battlefield you have classes, but in Halo it's like you want to be able to. You need to pick up weapons, but at the same time you need to make it so that way the vehicles are kind of easily destroyable, but at the same time you need to make the vehicles fun and stuff like that. So it's just always been tough.
Mm-hmm.
And like sometimes wasps can like come in and like this is the thing. There's so many different ways to counter those things, like the wasp and all those flying vehicles and stuff like that. It's just I can't get my hands on them.
Yeah.
Like I could use the grapple hook to skyjack it. I could use a Hydra to lock onto it. I could use a rocket launcher to destroy it. There's all these other things, but I just can't find it. So I'm just stuck running around with my assault rifle.
Maybe if we knew the maps better, but I still feel like the flying vehicles are a bit strong. It's kind of hard to take them down.
Yeah, we just need to...
And some minor issues is like the ground vehicles, like the Warthog, it's way too light. The physics are too light. When you're trying to drive it, it just like flips way too easily. It's not very fun in my opinion.
Yeah. We also think there's a few things that needs to be changed in terms of or a few bugs. I noticed a few bugs in my personal playtime. One of them was well, I don't know if it's a bug, rather just a thing they should really fix. Is I was playing online with a friend, and he literally was, like, not in my squad of people in BTB. We were just, like, not in the squad, and his name wasn't showing up as a different color. So I had no idea where the heck he was, and was half the time. So just put your teammates, put your people you partied up with in your same squad. I feel like that's not something I should have to say. But another one is I ran into a glitch on BTB where this one zone was just uncapturable, and so the game went to the time limit. It was just... nobody could capture it. It was just... That's weird. It stood there. It just stayed white the entire game. It was just nothing. So it was just kind of weird. But these are just little bugs and stuff like that they could fix.
I had experienced one crash, but that's it. Otherwise, the game ran pretty well.
Split screen?
I'm on Xbox, by the way. Sam's on PC.
Yeah.
And the game runs way better on Xbox One. I'm on a launch Xbox One than I expected. And so it actually... I don't know if it runs at 60, but it runs close.
It runs consistently.
And split screen is great. Split screen is it runs better than MCC's split screen. I mean, it's kind of weird to use with full FOV in this game because you can't see what you're doing, but I don't know if there's anything they can do about that.
Yeah.
It's just a product of having a high FOV. And so... Yeah, but it runs the same frame rate as the regular game, which I was not expecting.
Yeah, it runs really well.
And this split screen puts other games to shame.
Yeah. When we say it runs better than MCC, we mean like the MCC split screen is pretty smooth. But
depending on the game, it can lag a lot.
It can lag a lot. It's
like Halo 4 and Halo 2 Remastered can lag a lot.
It's so bad on there, so... But still, yeah, it's pretty dang good. And also, talking about, we already pretty much, what other negatives do we have? I'm trying to think.
Let's see.
I'm not really thinking of too many right now, honestly. I'm just like, we already covered the maps, we already covered the battles.
We got to talk about the customization. And
customization for Russia. The reason why we don't mention that is just because, A, it doesn't mean too much to us. It means a lot to a bunch of other people, but it really doesn't mean too much to us. And B, a fix is on the way already, and by the time this video comes out, maybe the fix will be out. Who knows?
Yeah.
But even then, still, at the time, the progression is terrible. You pay $20 for You could pay $20 for a full armor set.
Or you could buy the MCC, which is like 5 or 6 games.
5 or 6 games for $40. So you could buy 2 armor sets in Halo Infinite or the MCC.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, that should definitely be toned down a little bit. And also, again, just it takes a while to get the challenges done and XPing and like leveling up and stuff like that. It takes ages.
Yeah,
like,
it's pretty absurd.
People have put in like 20, 50 hours already, and they only are at like level 6 or 7. So, again, they already said that they're going to be fixing it. Like that. But this, what else?
I really want them to add meaningful rewards for completing things in the game. Because, So people really care about this stuff, but I don't care how cool your armor set looks. I don't care what your calling card looks like or whatever player ID, Spartan ID. I don't care what it looks like. If it came from the Battle Pass, it means nothing to me. It really doesn't. You either have a lot of money or you like have a lot of free time.
Or you leveled up.
Yeah. You leveled up. But it doesn't show me that you're good. It doesn't show me that you've accomplished something. And so it doesn't. This is the same thing in the MCC. Like whenever I see a calling card, that even if it looks really cool, I just don't care anymore because I know it's just from the Battle Pass. And we've talked about how we don't like the Battle Pass before, but I hope they add other rewards that are actually like look good. Because we'll talk about this in a sec. But they add something for like completing the game on Legendary, or for getting X number of headshots or X number of wins in a certain game mode. That kind of stuff. That's way more important to me than the Battle Pass.
Which, thankfully, it's looking like they will with, like, the Fractures armor and, like, all these armor sets that are coming out where it's like, oh, yeah, there are these challenges that you do in order to get them. But,
But,
this is the thing.
But look at this. Look at this. I'm going to put it up on the screen right now.
Oh, yeah, look at this.
Do you know what you do to get this Spartan ID card, whatever this is called?
Look, it looks like fine. It doesn't look that great in my opinion. It just looks like, okay.
It looks like standard card, like one of those. I mean, maybe you get this for completing a game on Heroic, like one of the games on Heroic, or you get it for completing a mission on Legendary or something. But no, this is what you get for completing. Some of you might have already known this, but this is what you get for completing every Halo game in the MCC, including Reach and ODST on Legendary. This is what you get.
Every single one.
It looks this lame. Are you kidding me? There's a gold one that looks similar. But the gold one is for Halo 4. The gold one should be for completing every Halo game on Legendary. So I hope that whatever's in Infinite looks better than this.
Yeah, or at least don't even make it a calling card. Give us an armor
set. Yeah, that would be cool.
And stuff like that. Not a freaking calling card.
Yeah, like we need. What was that one from Halo 3 that's really famous?
Oh yeah, I
forget. The Recon, something like that.
Halo 5 had the whole like Achilles armor and stuff. All these challenges and stuff like that.
Things that are hard to earn that mean something when you get them.
So this is the light at the end of the tunnel I mentioned earlier at the beginning of the video. So, like, if you really look at it, Halo 5 was, to be honest, one of the first live service games.
Yeah.
If you really think about it. And that game had one of the best live services ever. 343 is awesome at live service stuff, to be honest. They have... They constantly have great game modes, like shuffling around the game modes, stuff like that.
Launch Halo 5 versus Halo 5 now, it's a totally different game, and it's so much better for it.
Exactly. There's so much new content. There's so much stuff that they've added. They've added tons of stuff. They've added tons of game modes, tons of weapons, all these different variants for the weapons, Forge, and all these crazy things. They're so good at live service, and that's the hope that we have for Halo Infinite.
I'm hoping they can pull it off a second time.
Yep, because Halo 5 live service was, to be honest, great. They constantly added stuff, and I'm really hoping with this game they're able to add more maps, more weapons, more skins, more... just everything, change these minor things. Again, everything that we mentioned can be changed. That's the main thing. It's not like we mentioned something that's like... absolutely detrimental to the core gameplay. No, everything that we mentioned can be changed, or there could just be more of it. For example,
this is a Halo game that has a good foundation, and the foundation feels like Halo. This is the first Halo game since when did Halo Reach come out? 2010.
Yep.
This is the first Halo game
since 2010. That felt like a Halo game. Yeah. So we're hoping. And we'll see, again, this is like basically a first impressions video, so we're hoping that they're able to pull off what they did with Halo 5 again. Mm-hmm. So I believe they
make a really great game.
This is apparently the next 10 years of Halo, so I mean, hey, if they devote their resources to it, go for it. I'm sure it probably could be a really great game.
I think this game is going to be a really big success if they can pull off that live service thing, because it's a free-to-play game, and it has a lot of momentum. It has support from core fans and new players, and so I think there's a lot of potential in this one.
There definitely is, and like even if it does lose a lot of the players and stuff like that, I'm sure there will still be a lot of really core fan base that if you stick around, I really truly do believe that this game will become something truly awesome with the updates that they give, if they again update.
Yeah, I'm sure they will.
I'm sure they will. So. ended on a positive note. I know positivity is something that we never mentioned, but we did it. So, yeah, be sure to look out for another video that's going to come out soon. And, yeah, make sure to like, subscribe. And, yeah, hopefully we'll post some more videos on other topics. Yeah.
Bye.
Bye, guys.